Hi, everybody, and welcome into this week's show here on JTV. Coming at you on a Tuesday this week. I am David Rice. That is Adam Bragenzer.
That is who I am.
I'd like your Gold Tigers hat there.
Thank you. I've had
They are 1-0 in June.
They are. It's a good start. Bart came up to me and said he thought I had like a Trump branded hat, a Tigers hat, and I assured him no, it is not.
We would have been canceled already.
I think we would have
if you did.
Yeah, I think so.
So thank you to the Insurance Circle Agency, West Michigan's family-driven insurance solution provider, myinsurancecircle.com. Speaking of Trump, nothing bad here. I'm not.
All right.
This isn't going where you think it is.
Okay.
The UFC at the White House.
I am
is coming
excited
up
for that.
Next Sunday, the 14th.
Got some really good fights on that card. My favorite fighter, Justin Gaethje, is going to be in the main event. Chance to win the undisputed title. So hope that happens. But Toporia's very, very good. Probably the best fighter overall in the UFC right now. So should be a great fight. I know who Trump will be rooting for. I'll tell you that.
Yeah. I've only watched a couple of fights since it moved to Paramount Plus, but I gotta imagine it's been a lot better viewership-wise, and maybe for as a fan, rather than having to spend X amount each month, on pay-per-view.
And that was the tough thing was like I'd want to get, like if I'm just watching it by myself at home or I'm watching it like online with somebody, there's other ways to, I'm not going to say, but you can go to your local library and probably watch it. But
correct streams.
Yeah, but with Paramount, it's at least, because that was what, $60 every month, and if it was a big card, it could be upwards of $100. And
for pay-per-view.
Yeah, so it's just like now that at least it's on Paramount, like you get that subscription, you can watch it. So it goes from essentially, if that was all you cared about was just watching UFC, it went from like $50 a month to now like what, $15 a month. So it's a way better deal. But
I think it's even less than that.
Yeah, so there you go. Like if it's like $10 or under, it's like that's a good deal even if you just want to watch UFC.
I don't see why they don't put some of those fights on regular CBS if they want even more exposure.
Yeah.
They did that for one fight like a couple months ago because I was going to watch something else and I saw CBS had an hour of the main event. I don't understand why they don't put it on regular CBS.
Yeah, I mean, typically what they try to do is like the early prelims are usually on their streaming service.
Paramount Plus.
Well, it was Fight Pass, I think it's called, which is like you can watch all the old fights on there. The fights that, because Paramount only has the fights from when they took over.
Right.
So all the old ones are on, so you can watch the early prelims. It's a bunch of people you've never heard of. Then the prelims they normally put on like some sort of TV channel to try to promote the pay-per-view. So, but yeah, I mean, a lot of times though, it's nobody you've really heard of. So it's like it'd be fun for them to put an good main card on like CBS. That would be huge.
Yeah, but they'd still get more viewers than a rerun of.
They would. Big
60
Bang
minutes.
Oh, 60
Nobody
minutes.
likes 60 minutes. Or, Big Bang Theory or Young Sheldon or something like that.
Yeah, it would be good. But, I'm very excited for...
Tracker Watson.
I'm very excited
FBI.
for this fight card because it's got really good... Sean O'Malley's on there, Derek Lewis, Michael Chandler, Bo Nickel, like big Alex Bahia, like big names on this card. So I will be watching. I know it's the 14th, so we are a little bit away from it, but I will be watching the whole thing. I hope you will too, because I will. I'll come back with some analysis on the fights.
Yes, I will. I'll put that in my calendar.
Let's go. Nice.
So I don't forget. You know what else we have? We had this past weekend. High school baseball and softball
we did
playoffs.
a lot of it.
Super Saturday. High school baseball district finals. That's how we'll start things off. In Division III, we've mentioned it on last week's show and before, a gauntlet of a district. You had Lumen Christi, you had Grass Lake, Leslie, and Columbia Central, all in the same district. In the final, Lumen Christi beats Grass Lake 11-5. So congrats to the Titans. 6th year in a row now with a district championship. After Grass Lake beat Leslie in the semi, and Lumen took care of business against Napoleon in the second semifinal. So congratulations to the Titans. And also in Division III, Springport with a massive, huge upset in the semifinal on Saturday, beating top 3 Lansing Catholic and then beating Langsburg in the final. Springport's first baseball district title since 2001. So, what a great school year for Springport.
Yeah, I mean, I was surprised when you told me the big upset. When I saw that text, I couldn't believe it. So,
yeah,
good on them.
Yep. They won a trophy in football.
Yeah.
Boys basketball won a trophy.
Yeah, pretty darn
trophies.
good year for them.
Conference title and a district title, and now baseball with a district
Yeah.
title. So, and boys golf will be in the state finals this weekend.
Wow, so they have a chance as well.
Yep. They won a regional title as well.
Nice.
So, Lumen will play Springport in the regional semifinal tomorrow, Wednesday, at Lansing Catholic.
That's going to be a tough game.
That should be a great game.
Yeah.
I will be going to that. That is at 4 o'clock.
Nice.
On Wednesday in Lansing. So, winner will move on to the regional final Saturday afternoon at Plymouth Christian. And in Division 4 on Friday, Concord with a late comeback to beat North Adams Jerome 9-4, their 4th straight district title and 11 of the last 12 years. Concord will play at home on Wednesday in the regional semi against Hudson, and the winner to Spring Arbor University on Saturday. So if Concord wins again Wednesday, pretty much all home games for them in the playoffs. Yeah. It's rare. Softball district finals in Division 2 had an upset in the semifinal. Western beat Eaton Rapids 2-0, and then Michigan Center, they beat them 5-1 in the final. Western with a district title on their home field, and shout out to their pitcher, Amber Gregory. She had a heck of a game in the final. 14 strikeouts and hit a home run.
Wow.
So now tied the school record for most home runs in a season with 13 of them this year. In Division 3, Grass Lake won back-to-back district titles. I mentioned on last week's show that's going to be a great rematch with Grass Lake and Columbia in softball. Grass Lake beat Columbia in the semi 7-4. Columbia was up 4-0. Grass Lake had 5 runs in an inning and blew the door open.
Wow.
So, and then they beat Coach Josh Brigette and Napoleon in the final. More on Josh Brigette, actually, before we go to break. I don't have it on here.
I was going to say, nice, okay.
So the defending state champ, Grass Lake, they will play Homer in the regional semifinal, and then they will play the winner of Lumen Christi and Clinton in the regional final. Lumen is solid, Clinton's really good, so that regional tournament is at Hanover Horton on Saturday, and I will be going to that. So
nice.
Looking forward to that. So hopefully after Saturday we still have somebody left. Otherwise, this is the last week of high school sports until football season.
Yeah.
So we're already starting to plan some things for Football Media Day.
Oh, we're going to be doing that again. I'm so excited.
Absolutely.
And we, last year we did the show. Past 2 years, right? Didn't we do? Yeah, past 2 years we've done the show live from there, and then the extra interviews we kind of pepper in until the start of football season. And I haven't talked to you about this, but I assume we got to try to see if we can get some of the announcers back in here before the start of the year.
Or they join us there.
Yeah, I would love that, just to be able to talk with them about what's coming up.
Yep. So hopefully Josh Brigette can be there with us.
Yes, I hope so.
So, girls soccer, we have one soccer team left, Lumen Christi. They won a district title last Thursday, 3-2, over Lansing Christian. And 4th year in a row for a district title for Lumen. They play Plymouth Christian tonight, Tuesday. So right as we're talking, the game is just getting underway. So that's a rematch from the playoffs last year. And then, of course, 2 years ago or 3 years ago, Lumen Christi won the state championship. So should be a good rematch Tuesday night. And then this past weekend was also the track and field state finals. Parma Western, their boys team, they won the state title last year. They finished 4th as a team this year, so another great year for them on the track. And in Division III, Columbia Central boys in 7th, Lumen Christi 8th, and Hanover 11th. And there's like 50-something teams. So to have 3 from our area, 7th, 8th, and 11th place. A couple of individual state titles as well. Jonesville won the state title in the 4x800 relay. Tucker Wingington of Springport, pole vault state champion. And in Division 4, Manchester boys placed 4th. Jaden Johnson won the state title in the 200-meter. Concord girls, they had a heck of a year. They won a regional championship. And then Annie Sands from Concord, she won the state title in high jump, just under 6 feet. And she set a new school record that was held since 1987 before that. So great way to end the year on the track and field. So congratulations to all of our track and field runners. So, and I mentioned Josh Brigette. So before we go to break, the news came out this week. JTV sports commentator, now former Napoleon softball coach, Josh Brigette, is officially the new director of athletics at Northwest High School.
Good for him. That's awesome. That is super cool.
So, congratulations to our friend and our colleague,
Yep,
Josh Brigette.
Something tells me we'll be doing some games there.
Possibly.
I hope so. I know some of it's logistical.
Yeah, I was going to mention, without pulling the curtain back too much,
Yeah.
it's some logistics.
But I hope we get those figured out because I would love to be able to do some more games there.
Yes, because Northwest and Western is at Northwest this year.
And that's one of my favorite
and
games of the
we do
year.
that every year.
Yeah, and that's one of my favorite games, so I really want to do that again. And I hope that Northwest can be a pretty good team this year and finally beat Western. We'll see if that happens.
Because they were so close.
Oh, it was so close.
Last year, it was a great game.
On the show, we were talking about, like, this is the year. If they're going to do it, this is the year. And it was so close.
Yeah,
So,
especially with Western struggling last year. They went 2-7.
yeah.
They beat J High week 1. We did that.
Yep.
And then they beat Northwest.
Yeah. And I'm curious, like, as we get closer, I want to talk with all of them to kind of see, like, where we think that those schools are going to be at this year. Because there's some question marks going in for both teams. So I'll be excited to hear about that.
Yeah, absolutely. So congratulations to Josh Brigette. I know he was on the Bart Hawley show this week with the superintendent, Jeff Bontrager, and he said, you know, all the goals and everything that I wanted to accomplish at Napoleon softball, that didn't happen.
Mm-hmm.
But when this opportunity came up, he couldn't turn it down.
No. I mean, that's a huge deal. So good for him, and we know he'll be awesome in that position. So
yeah. So we, for those that watch our football broadcasts, I wouldn't pull back the curtain anyways, but we don't know, as far as the crew on camera.
That was gonna be my question once we hit break for you. That's what I was gonna ask.
So we don't know the future of that aspect of it. So we certainly hope he will still be with us in some capacity, but definitely look for some potentially new faces on JTB this fall.
Yep.
So coming up on the show today, the NBA Finals and the Stanley Cup Final kick off this week.
Told you it was going to be Carolina.
Yep.
And I'll tell you who I think is going to win.
Okay. The NBA Finals kick off Wednesday night. ABC has both the NBA and the Stanley Cup championships.
Wow.
So, Adam will also tell you who he likes for the NBA Finals.
You know what? That's true. I'll give you a little hint right now of who I think is going to win the NBA Finals.
Man.
But they do have some big old women though.
That's just a little teaser.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Yeah, Mr. Barkley.
Also, a Tigers update. They are 1-0 in the month of June.
Undefeated.
But as we say that, they're playing right now Tuesday night, and they are probably gonna continue their losing ways.
Hey, undefeated,
never lost. So, and now that this is gonna be running for a week, it's
undefeated, undefeated, David.
Also, some NFL news in June.
Yeah.
To share. We had a couple of trades yesterday.
We did, and one of these players on this list I didn't know still played football.
I know which one you're talking about, and I didn't know either.
I had no idea.
I told Noah that yesterday when it happened, and he's like, what?
Yeah. But one of those trades in this list, like the other ones, we knew something like that was going to happen. One of these trades, huge blockbuster trade. Unbelievable.
Yep.
Cannot believe it happened.
Yep. And every time somebody on defense like that, somebody big gets traded, there's always the Lions fans. Oh, how come we didn't try to come after them?
So dumb.
Because people ask for too much.
Yeah. I guarantee you 97 won the ticket. That was probably the discussion today.
I don't know. I didn't listen to them yesterday.
Yeah. I just have a feeling it was probably like, well, why didn't we even try? It's just like, okay. Like,
we have bigger issues in Detroit
what are we gonna do
right now.
Yeah.
And also a now former NFL quarterback trying to do the TV thing.
Yeah, I bet you he'll be really good.
Well, everybody thinks they can do it.
That's
so
true.
We'll see.
We'll ride with it. Let's ride.
And some on this day in sports history. We have a couple of big ones on here.
Yeah.
A couple of big ums.
Yeah.
Including in 2010, still the worst call by an official in sports history.
I'll never forget that. I'll never forget that day.
No.
Ugh. And after that, if we have time, might play a small little game if we have time.
I was not made aware of this.
Oh,
or maybe you did tell me and I forgot.
I did tell you and you forgot, but that's fine. If we have time, we'll do it.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Test your knowledge.
I hate this already. When we come back, NBA Finals, Stanley Cup Finals kick off this week. So that's coming up after the break on JTV. Welcome back here on JTV. Thank you to Prate's Place in Grass Lake. Scan the QR code, order online. They've got all the different specials each day. We finally had some great weather to sit outside. They've got cornhole out there and some live music. I am a phenomenal cornhole player.
I was just about to ask. I was going to say, are you a cornhole guy?
Yes.
No kidding. Have you ever played Can Jam?
I think so.
I love Can Jam. That's a fun game.
That's
where you have the frisbee, and then you have the bucket with the hole with the slit in the front and the hole on top. Yeah, that's a really fun game.
We don't have it anymore, but as a kid we used to have the because I used to be, and me and everybody else my age used to watch Dude Perfect all the time when they were in their prime. Yeah. So I used to have the Dude Perfect frisbee in their Can Jam.
Oh, that's cool. I didn't know that they had their own version of Can Jam. That's pretty cool. I saw one that I really want to get, and it is a glow-in-the-dark Can Jam. So the frisbee glows in the dark.
That'd be awesome.
And the can glows in the dark. So it'd be really cool to do like on a beach, like at night or something like that. It'd be really sick. Or like out by like the campfire or something like that.
You know, we've been talking about a JTV summer party for a long time now, and it has not come to fruition. We need to make. We're gonna make it happen this summer. And glow in the dark Can Jam would be awesome.
That would be tons of fun.
So, anyways, thank you to. Prate's Place. I am a good cornhole player.
Good.
Though.
Yeah, I gotta brush up on my cornhole though.
When's the last time you played?
Maybe probably last year, but I just wasn't great. But I'm a lot better in the other games. That one, I'm just for some reason I just can't get a hang of it.
It just That game comes natural to me.
Okay. Is that going to be our next challenge against each other? Is playing cornhole against each other? Is that what it's going to be?
Yeah, let's do it.
Oh, man.
Let's go out to Prate's place.
You know what? That's a good idea. That's a good idea.
So,
all right, David Rice.
Maybe we do that, and then we do our Tigers game and go to Sheets.
I like that. Oh, Sheets. They opened up a few more sheets. I'm telling you.
They did?
Jackson, it's coming eventually, man. We're going to get one eventually.
We're already getting more and more new things.
Yeah.
So I think hopefully Sheets is on that list.
That'd be cool. But cornhole at Prate's place, you're on.
Yes, absolutely. NBA Finals kicking off Wednesday night on ABC. New York is at San Antonio for the first two games. Game 1 and 2 there, and then 3 and 4 back at Madison Square Garden. I was watching Dan Patrick the other day. He was talking about the ridiculous ticket prices for it at the Garden.
Dude.
Lower level, just to get in, $14,000.
Oh.
And that's just for Game 3. You get later in the series, Game 4, it's almost 20.
Oh, goodness. So the celebs are going to pay for it.
Yep. Like the Jenners and their Kardashians who only show up just for the ESPN commentators when they do the Celebrity Road. It'd be like, and so-and-so is here. And so-and-so is here, sitting next to Timothy Chalamet. But he is a true Knicks fan, though. He does come to a lot of games.
Yeah.
So, and Tracy Morgan and Spike Lee, Ben Stiller.
Yeah. So, a quick question for you, because this is the first show since Game 7. What was your thoughts on Game 7? That was an awesome game. Super happy that the Spurs won. What was your thoughts on the conference finals, Game 7?
To be honest with you, I don't have a ton of thoughts.
Okay.
Just because it was last Saturday, the same day as the baseball and softball. Oh, yeah,
so you were doing that. Yeah.
So I got home at halftime.
Okay. Yeah.
But it was a great game.
Yeah. And very happy for the Spurs organization. And I really liked Victor Wembanyama and like everything.
Vicar?
I said Victor. They said, well, okay, I can't speak sometimes. I'm sorry. But with him, like he's that star that I think the NBA needs. And he's just so good in his press conferences and really thought out answers and stuff like that. Like, I think he's definitely going to be the star of the future.
I hope so, because we've shared how I feel about SGA and the Thunder.
Yeah, I think SGA right now is the villain of the NBA. I really do.
Yeah.
And I think Big Vic is he's kind of the turning into the face. Even though I still think the best player in the NBA right now is still Jokic. But you can make an argument those three. I still think so.
No, I think after this playoff run, I'd give it to Victor.
Yeah, I mean, you could, though. That was kind of what my argument was going to turn into, is that, like, I think he is going to be, especially if they win this year. But the nice thing is, like, from coaching to the players to everything, I really like this Spurs team. And I think they go all the way, and I think it was advantageous for them to go to 7 compared to the Knicks, who have just been sitting at home this entire time. I think Game 1's going to be a rude awakening for them, because I saw your boy, Kenny Smith, talking about Victor Wembanyama, and he's just like,
My boy?
Yeah, he's your boy. You can't prepare for anything like that.
I don't even like people from New York. I don't know what you're talking about.
You like Kenny the Jet.
They think they're the best thing since sliced bread.
But with him, it's like you can't prepare for him. So I think it's going to be very tough for the Knicks going into Game 1 to be prepared for a guy like him. Because you can have a guy act like he's SGA, but you can't have a guy act like he's 7'4" and can shoot threes and block every shot.
Well, and the Knicks have had more time off.
They have, and I think that's going to be a bad thing for them. And I think at least Game 1,
you have to keep momentum going to a certain extent, but that's not going to happen for them.
I mean, I truly believe, and I don't know what you're going to think about this, but I truly believe they're going to be down 2-0, the Knicks.
I can believe that. I will take the Spurs in 6 games.
I'll take the Spurs in 5.
5?
I'll take the Spurs in 5.
Well, gentlemen's sweep.
I think they'll go up 2-0, they'll lose Game 3, and then they'll win the next 2.
All right, so they're going to walk out of Game 4 breaking the hearts of the Madison Square Garden
I'll
fans.
love it. And I'll love every minute
I'll love
of it.
every second
That's
of it.
right.
Because they're the same as Cowboys fans.
Yep. So that's why it's fun to hate on them.
Exactly. Stanley Cup playoffs begin tonight, Tuesday night, also on ABC. Vegas is at Carolina for the first 2 games. And you did not expect Vegas to get out of the West Series. We talked about that last week.
Yeah, it was Vegas and Carolina, or Vegas and Colorado, and I liked both of those teams. It was just, and what I said previously was whatever team leaves that wins that conference final will win it all. So I think Vegas will win, but this will go 7. I think I've started to look more at Carolina. I really like that team, but I think it's going to be a tight series, 6 or 7 games, I would say.
I will take Vegas in 7.
Okay. Then I'll take them in 6, just to make it interesting.
Okay. And the Detroit Tigers are 1-0 in the month of June. New month, new me?
Yep.
Question mark.
Hey, I mean, with Torres
you got
coming
Kerry
back,
Carpenter back.
Yeah.
Torres is coming back.
Yeah, and you hope some other guys and pitching staff start to come through, and
maybe
it's
AJ
possible.
Hinch will actually switch up the lineup.
I hope so.
Because clearly the lineup now ain't working.
Well, I think Torres coming back is going to be a big help. I really do, because that's a guy that can get on base, and that's what we need. And I mean, we had no problem with it last night, but it hasn't looked like that since. So,
yeah, they won at Tampa 10-9 on Monday. So Monday through Wednesday they're at Tampa. Maybe it's them playing indoors is their good luck charm.
Get a retractable roof on Comerica Park. No, I would hate that.
Yeah, I would too. And also, Illich is a cheap, you know what, and they wouldn't spend the money on it. We're already not paying Tarek Skubal, and we're going to trade him before the deadline, so obviously he's cheap.
Stop reminding me of that, please.
And then the weekend, they are back at home against Seattle. Tough series against the Mariners.
Yep.
23-38, 11 games back of first in the American League Central.
Get ready for the surge. We're gonna go out and win a bunch of baseball games, and we're gonna be talking about how they're like 5 games back at the Central in no time. Trust me.
Put me to bed.
No, still got the All-Star break. We're still far away from that. We still got some time. Let's get cooking.
Not really. We're 4 weeks from the All-Star break.
4 weeks. That's a lot of games in 4 weeks, man.
They are tied for the worst record in Major League Baseball with the Angels and Rockies. How do you feel about your optimism?
Why did you have to ask
You're
me
always
that?
way too optimistic. And now that you see that we have the same record as the Rockies and the Angels,
there's been a lot of teams that have been able to come back from worse.
even the Nationals are doing better right now than the Tigers.
There's a lot of teams that have done worse and have gone and won it all. So I'm still looking forward to our postseason run. That's all I'll say.
Nope.
We're gonna get everything put together, and we're gonna get some dubs.
Keep dreaming.
I will.
Yep.
I will keep dreaming, and those dreams will become a reality in short time.
In your Diamond Dynasty and MLB The Show.
Oh, my Diamond Dynasty is pretty nasty. I'll tell you that. It's a pretty nasty team. Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I hope that goes better than the real life baseball.
It is so far. I have a better win percentage than the actual Tigers. I'll tell you that.
Tarek Skubal is on track to begin rehab assignments finally. Possibly this coming Saturday, June 6th, he'll have an assignment with AAA Toledo.
Good.
He did 4 innings of a simulated game on Monday. And AJ Hinch confirmed on MLB Network Radio that Gleyber Torres will be activated from the injured list before Tuesday's game.
See, everything's coming together, David. You're just being pessimistic. Everything's coming together, man.
No, I'm not positive whatsoever. Shut the season down.
No.
Skubal will be gone. Verlander's not coming back. He should retire.
I'm going to take credit for everything when the Tigers start doing well again. I'm going to take credit for it all.
Okay.
Book it.
Okay, you're not going to hurt my feelings.
When the Tigers are four games out of the Central at the All-Star break, you're going to be like, oh, man, they're playing real good baseball. Like, see, I told you.
Keep dreaming.
I will.
When we come back, NFL news. A couple of big trades happened early this week. One huge blockbuster trade with the Cleveland Browns.
Yeah, big shocker.
And on this day in sports history, I get a lot of baseball on here, including 2010.
Oh, I know. You could just say the year, and that's what I think of. That's the first thing I think of when I hear that year. Is that bad?
Yeah, that is.
Yeah.
Well, it shouldn't have happened anyways.
Yeah, it should not have. And I have something to say about it. I will die on that hill.
All right. We will get to that when we come back here on JTV. Don't go anywhere. All right, welcome back here on JTV. Again, thank you to the Insurance Circle agency, myinsuranccircle.com. In some NFL news, Russell Wilson, who we thought was going to be on the Jets roster, apparently is set to join CBS. He is going to be replacing Matt Ryan on the studio crew at the NFL today.
I bet you'll be pretty good on that.
Well, it doesn't matter if he'll be good on there or not. It's still better than playing for the Jets.
That's right. That's what we took from that.
Huge blockbuster trade yesterday. The Rams traded Jared Verse and a 2027 first-round pick for Myles Garrett. The Browns came out and said if Jared Verse wasn't in this, they weren't going to do the trade.
Well, they're probably trying to look to get something back. You know what I mean? Like, they're not looking to just get futures. They need to get a star. And he's a star, not Myles Garrett, but they knew they had to get something to fill that hole. And the Rams were willing to trade for one of the best ever. So it's good on them. And I think that makes the Rams look very scary and we talked about this before, makes that first-round pick even more bizarre that the Rams had. Because you could have gotten another guy that could have helped right now if this Myles Garrett trade was in the works. Who knows? It might not have been. But if it was in the works, it's like, why didn't you try to help your team right now to win this year instead of looking towards 3 years in the future?
Well, and I think we had talked about this yesterday. I think they're trying to... Because when they drafted Ty Simpson, we said after the draft, the Rams know something that the rest of us in the world don't. Maybe Stafford's done after this year.
Right.
That's why they went out and drafted Ty Simpson. So they get Myles Garrett. They want to have a Peyton Manning type situation where they load up the defense, try to get Stafford one more ring.
Yeah.
A ring before he retires.
Yeah. I mean, I can see it both ways because, like I said previously when we talked about this after the draft, that, like, if you want to still have Stafford on the team to mentor this quarterback because he is such a good mentor, but at the same time, it's like, help your team out right now. So, but this 100% does help the team out right now. They are going to be very scary. Could you imagine what this team would have looked like if Aaron Donald and Myles Garrett were on the same line?
Oh, man.
Oh, my goodness.
Wow. The Eagles traded wide receiver A.J. Brown to New England for 2 picks. We knew at some point he was going to be gone. He was talking bad about his own team the whole year last year.
Yeah, and it was all...
and he was crying that he didn't get the ball. But that's okay. You have Saquon Barkley on your team.
Yeah, and, they drafted Malachi Lemon. Is that his name?
Yeah.
Yeah, so they drafted him, and then when they took him, it was kind of like, okay, we know what's going on now. Like, for sure, A.J. Brown's gone.
And this is the biggest shock out of all of them. The New York Football Giants. This is not about Jackson Dart.
Yep.
OBJ is back in New York.
And nothing's going to happen. Like, it's not like he's going to come out and ball out. Cut to him having like a 1,000-yard season and 15 touchdowns.
Well, Jackson Dart is solid.
Yeah.
You got Cam Scatabo back, from the injury. Malik Neighbors will be back from injury.
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure they still have Wandale Robinson.
Yep, you've got Lawrence on the defense.
Yeah, they're looking a little bit better.
Yeah.
You know that they're trending up, and they're the better team in New York.
By far.
Yeah.
Because I don't think the Jets are going anywhere.
Because like every I was thinking about this the other night, like all the New York teams, if you think of like baseball, it's definitely the Yankees have New York over the Mets. And then same thing with basketball, it's definitely the Knicks. But in hockey, it's definitely the Rangers over the Islanders. But with football, is it the Giants? I would assume it's the Giants. But that's kind of, to me, that's like almost the closest it can be of all the other sports.
I mean, I would say so. The Jets haven't done anything since they made the playoffs in 2013.
But it's so funny that like every time that it's like a New York team, it's like one of the teams is not great and the other team usually has better success. It's just funny that it's like you don't really see like a place like New York that has two good teams all the time. Like everybody.
Well, the Mets should be good.
Yeah. They should be with their team, but they're not.
Right.
But even the years that the Mets are pretty good, the Yankees are still pretty good, and it's still the Yankees state.
Yeah. Right. I mean, this move won't improve anything.
No, it
for
won't.
The Giants. The number of wins they'll have this year won't increase because he's on the team.
Do you think they are good enough to be second or third in their in the East?
Let's see. You got Cowboys, Philly, Washington.
Can they be better than Washington? Because right now I'm thinking they're 3 and 4. There's something in that range. Because I don't think they're going to be better than the Cowboys.
And Washington had a good year 2 years ago. I beat the Lions. That's still hilarious to me. Made the NFC Championship. And then last year they won, 3 games? It was bad.
Yeah.
With essentially the same roster. I know there were some injuries, but same roster.
Yeah.
No, just because I still think Washington can be good.
Yeah. Yeah.
They didn't lose any potential to be any worse.
Yeah, they have the talent. So, I mean, you could still be looking at a team that's fourth, and they have some good guys on their team.
Yeah, I still think they finished last in the division.
That's crazy.
All right, let's wrap up. Well, actually, we have a game, but this day in sports history.
Yeah, let's do that first.
1935, going to the way back machine here. Future Baseball Hall of Famer at the time, Babe Ruth announced his retirement at 40 years of age.
Yeah, did you ever hear the story about that real quick, about his retirement, how kind of weird it was?
No.
So he really wanted to be a manager. He really wanted to manage a team. But a lot of people that at the time were thinking like, he's gotten in trouble with umpires and personality things and stuff like that, so it's probably not going to work out, but they didn't want to tell him. Well, finally, the New York Yankees were like, yeah, we're not going to make you a manager eventually. So he goes to Boston, not the Red Sox, but the Boston Braves at the time, only because they said, play with us for a year, and then you'll become a manager afterwards, with no intention on making him a manager afterwards. They're like, our team's struggling, so if we put Babe Ruth out there, fans are going to show up. And they kind of promised it to him, and he never, I think they said, like, I think it was his daughter said, like, he would always sit by the phone and wait for the call, and nobody ever called him to become a manager for a team. And I think he probably would have been a great manager for a team.
It's Babe Ruth.
Yeah, especially one of the lesser teams, and I think that would have helped.
Greatest baseball player of all time.
You can argue that, man. You can really argue that. And I think with his experience in pitching and batting, I think it would have really helped a team. But and then I think he got throat cancer later on, and then he eventually passed away. But yeah, one of the greatest players ever. Got to watch documentaries on him. He's just a fascinating American figure.
I imagine there's plenty of documentaries on him out there.
The Ken Burns Baseball, that 10-part series, they touch on him a lot. It's very, very good. Highly recommend it, but you got to have a lot of time to watch it.
1941, another New York legend, Lou Gehrig, died in New York of the degenerative disease ALS.
Yeah, now bears his name.
Yep. So today, every year on June 2nd is Lou Gehrig Day.
Yep. And good for, he was one of the greatest players of all time. I've read a lot of books on Lou Gehrig, and that's another guy that's interesting because he's kind of polar opposite of Babe Ruth, but he was either the best or the second best player throughout his entire career. And his final game where he had to take himself out after playing in 2,130 straight games, Tiger Stadium was his first game that he sat out. Yeah, because he knew he was batting like 191 and they knew like something's not right. And that's when he then went to the doctor afterwards and found out what he had.
1987. This is all baseball today. It was not intentional. 1987, the Mariners draft Ken Griffey Jr. with the number 1 overall pick.
Talk about one of the greatest to ever play the game. Ken Griffey, man. He was just unreal. You got to watch his highlights if you haven't seen a bunch of his highlight film, because he was how we saw prime Mike Trout was how he was for 80% of his career.
And another Seattle Mariner thing, 1990, Randy Johnson had the first no-hitter in Mariner history.
Randy Johnson is my favorite pitcher of all time that isn't a Tiger. He was just unreal. Like, as a kid watching him, because, like, when I started watching baseball was, like, in the early 2000s, so it was when he was on the Diamondbacks. Seeing somebody that was, like, near 7 feet tall and just looked scary as all get out, like, it was fun to watch him pitch. And I know he had no-hitter with Seattle, and then I'm pretty sure in 2002 he had a perfect game with Arizona. I watched that relatively recently. He was unreal. You know why he was a lot of people say he was so good is because how tall he was. He had that extra stride to get to the plate, so that ball felt like it was coming at him way faster than it actually was out of like a similar, arm angle or somebody who was shorter. So interesting.
And last but not least.
Oh, no.
2010.
This was a dark day. This was when this happened.
People will still start fires over this.
I will. And I'm here. You announce it, and I'll tell you what I think should happen.
Okay. 2010, Armando Galarraga's perfect game. Almost perfect game.
It's a perfect game.
Against Cleveland. Umpire Jim Joyce with an incorrect call about an out or safe at first base.
I'll never forget the call from...
Still the worst call by an official ever.
It's the worst. It's not just the worst call in baseball history. And this is me not piling on Jim Joyce because he's had it enough. And I'm not blaming Jim Joyce.
Oh, he can continue to have it.
I'm not blaming Jim Joyce at all. And I'll explain. But Mario Mpemba had the perfect capper to that game where he said, I've never been so upset after a Tigers win ever. And it's true. Yeah. It's true because it was the same feeling. It was just like, I can't imagine if you were at the ballpark to witness that. But here's my thing. Jim Joyce made the wrong call. Of course he did. And he knew the second he went in and watched the replay, he knew that he messed it up. I am blaming Major League Baseball because it was the last play, second to last play, but it was the last play. Nothing else happened. You can overturn that and add him to the record books. And they still refuse to do it for some reason. And Manfred, his whole thing is, well, it kind of opens up Pandora's box because eventually people are going to say, well, why can't you then fix this game and fix this thing like in the 1800s where this happened? No, we're talking about a perfect game that was perfect, that if it happened today, it would have been the quickest challenge in baseball history. They wouldn't have had to look at it twice. So that needs to be reversed. He needs to be added to the record books. He deserves to have that perfect game. And Jim Joyce is also the guy that's championing that says that this has to be reversed. He said at the time, whatever I have to do to reverse this, if you want me to never umpire a game of baseball again, I will. And they said no. And they still continue to this day say no. There was a college class somewhere that made an entire thing that was like, this is why this needs to be overturned, and they sent it to Rob Manfred, and they did all this research and everything, and he pretty much just looked at it and said, well, thanks for doing this, but we're not going to overturn it. And it's just like, man, there's a great E60 on this that you should watch.
Oh, there is?
Very good, yeah, where they interview Galarraga, Jim Joyce, Manfred, and then they interview that class that went through everything to figure out how, like, yeah, this should be overturned. There's nothing it's going to impact. There's nothing it's going to impact. It's going to impact one put out in that game. And I think I'm willing to sacrifice a single put out in somebody's career and give this guy a perfect game.
Yeah, and you brought up what Manfred said, it's going to open a Pandora's box, blah, blah, blah. Not in this case, it won't.
No.
Because it's clearly, it's clear as day.
We have footage of this. Like, we have footage from multiple angles. Like, if this would have happened today, it would be no problem. But I will say, this is what spurred on. You have to have replay review. So that is the only good thing that has come from this, is that we now have replay review pretty much because of
There's no Pandora's box in that kind of clear situation.
No, not when it's the last play. If it was like in the ninth inning and no outs in the ninth inning and something got screwed up, then you can be like, well, you kind of change how you bat now that that's over, so you can't really say this was the final play. So something needs to be done, and it can't be what I perceive as will be a Pete Rose situation that now that he's passed, they're going to put him in. They should have put him in before that into the Hall of Fame. Same thing with this. I don't want these guys to be gone, and in 50 years down the road, they say, you know what, we are going to make this perfect game. No, Galarraga and Jim Joyce need to be able to have this right now.
Yes, absolutely.
You can see I'm still heated about it, and this happened a decade and a half ago.
Oh, and I don't blame you.
Yeah.
All right, it's time for a little game here before we go. Adam's been on a roll with his creative ideas.
Yeah.
He's been cooking some stuff up. What do you got today?
So this is going to be a challenge. So next show, you'll be giving me the quiz, but we're going to play some age golf. So I'm going to give you a player's name, and you're going to have to tell me their age, and it will be...
I will be a lot better at this than regular golf.
The difference, so if you say somebody's 41 and they're actually 39, then your score will be 2, and it's all about having the lowest score like in golf. So we're going to be on the front nines. We're going to do 9 names, and you're going to have to tell me what age you think they are. So
do we have any music for this?
Yes, we do. And it's added in post.
Okay.
So you have it.
Thank you very much.
No problem for
I should have requested music.
No, that's
earlier.
fine. Future Adam's got it covered. All right, we're going to start with probably an easy one. First hole, LeBron James.
He is 42.
He is 41. So that is 1. Can't do much better than that. That's a great start.
All right.
Next one, we're going to be doing Shohei Ohtani.
See, and people forget because he's only been a big name in the MLB.
He had a career in Japan.
Right, I was going to say he's had a career in Japan, but because he's only had a huge career in the MLB for the last couple of years, people think he's really young. He's not. I'm going to say 31.
31! That is a 0.
I can read lips, and I know people's ages.
Man, this is just unbelievable. Okay, we'll go a little bit different here. Max Scherzer, Mad Max. He's got 1 point through 2 holes right now.
39?
Okay, he is 43, so that one was a little bit... Yeah, I was surprised. I forgot how old he is. So
wow, and he's still pitching.
And he's still pitching. Can you believe it? But you still got 5?
I didn't say he was good. He's still on a team.
What about J.J. Watt?
Ooh. He didn't play a long time in the NFL.
This one, to me, was a little bit tougher, just because it's like whenever you have like a defensive player or an offensive lineman that retire early, it's kind of hard to gauge.
I'm going to say 37.
He is 37 years old. Unbelievable. David, why are you so good at this? That's so crazy. All right.
That's just what I do.
Yeah.
Is win.
It is. All right. You mentioned him earlier. We'll just go Russell Wilson.
Russell Wilson is 39.
You were very close. 37. Another 37-year-old. That's weird to think he's the same age as J.J. Watt. So that's only 2. So that's a. You're doing really good, dude.
All right.
All right, we're gonna go to the hockey world.
Oh no.
Alex Ovechkin. Alex Oven Chicken. Who do you got for Alex Ovechkin?
The great one. I don't think that's what
That's Wayne Gretzky.
Yeah.
And I do not have him on the list, but Alex Ovechkin. I'm trying to keep it to current players. I'm trying to keep it to current guys.
Ovechkin is 43.
You said 43. He is 40. So that's still good. That's still close.
If you look at him, he look like he's older than 40.
Yeah. How about Derrick Henry? Good old Derrick Henry.
33.
Whoa, he's 32. So you're only 1 off with that. All right. How about, we'll go back to baseball. Aaron Judge. You only have 2 left, this one and 1 more. So you got to come in clutch here.
30.
This, out of all the guys, is the one I was the most surprised with. 34. 34. Because I was
Really?
going to say 31 when I first
Aaron
did this.
Judge is 34?
34. And you said 30, so that's just 4 off.
Wow. I'm getting a lot worse as we go.
No,
here.
you've only had 2 4s and 1 3. You've been doing really good. So the final one.
Bogey golf, baby.
Yeah, that's right. The final
Better than
one.
real life.
We'll go, because I don't want to give you a super, super easy one.
Oh, it's okay.
But we'll give you Giannis Antetokounmpo. The Greek Freak for your final one, your final hole.
The Freak from Greek is 30. Oh, man, I got to come in clutch here.
It's going to be a big one. If you get this.
33.
31. So that's just 2 off. That's not bad. Somebody tally up the scores here.
Okay.
Let's see what you got.
Make sure your math is right.
All right, tallied it up. 17. You had 17 points.
All right.
Not bad, dude. Not bad. You had a couple. The ones that were the trickiest was Aaron Judge and Max Scherzer. Those were the toughest ones. Other than that, dude, you dominated. And if I have to do this next week, I might be in trouble.
We will be doing this next week.
Well, I will see if I can do better than 17, but 17 with 9 names, that's not bad.
I'm gonna pull some deep names out for you.
Wow. I will say this. We can eventually do one that's retired, players that are retired, but right now let's keep it current guys because because it'll be a lot harder. That's why I want to do this one first. It'll be a lot harder when it's like Michael Jordan because it's just like, at least now you can kind of factor in like one name I was going to say was like Travis Kelce. Like you can kind of know like, all right, it's towards the end of his career. So it's probably like mid to late 30s. So you can like narrow it down. But when it's people like that, it's going to be a little bit tougher. So, we'll see who wins.
Thought I did spectacular.
You did great. Second time that you've done a really good job, and we'll see if I can get any closer.
Yeah, I did really well at the white noise thing.
Dude, you were really good at that, and I just cannot believe how bad
And you
it
and
was.
Austin still believe I can hear your questions.
No, I don't know about that. I just think that I might enunciate better than you. Because I was looking at you and I could barely see what you were saying.
You were like, huh?
Yeah. Oh, dude, it was
What?
it was so tough. It was so tough.
All right. Well, I think that's it.
Yep.
Thank you very much for that game. Your creative mind has been flowing the last
I've been
couple.
I've been trying.
Last couple of shows, I do appreciate it.
One thing we should do, media days, we need to try to see if we can have some of these players that we interview play some of these games and see how they do.
I like that.
Because I think a lot of people will notice that it's not as easy as it looks. You're making it look easy, but...
Well, I'm just smart. You know?
Okay, let's wrap up now.
That's all. We do football questions at Media Day, something like that.
Yeah, perfect.
I think that'd be great.
I like it.
So, All right, thank you to the Insurance Circle Agency, and thank you to Brait's Place. We'll have the final high school sports update next week on the show. So have a great rest of your week.
Churros on the house.